Hello everyone. Before I get into the next few measures of the Bach prelude and doing the analysis, I want to spend some time talking about fully diminished seven chords. These are triads that you see pop up in these next few measures, and Bach does use them oftentimes to transition into new tonal centers or new keys. Now, a fully diminished seven chord, it is a group of notes. It's a seven chord, so there's going to be four notes in it, and the intervals between the notes are stacked minor thirds. This chord only appears in diatonic harmony on the seventh scale degree of the harmonic minor scale. That's it. The other variations of diminished seven chords are usually half diminished. And this harmony, if you were in the key of C or C minor, on the seventh scale degree, the notes would be B, D, F, and then A flat. Okay, stacked minor thirds. B to D is a minor third, D to F is a minor third, and F to A flat, minor third. Okay, now because of the symmetrical nature of the intervals, these chords can resolve in a lot of different ways, and they're pretty neat in the way composers can use them. Now, one thing I want to point out is because of this symmetrical interval relationship between the notes, any note of the chord can be the root. And let me explain to you what I mean. I just showed you this B, D, F thing, A flat, with B acting as the root. But if D was the root of the chord, it would be D, minor third above D would be F, minor third above F would be A flat, and then a minor third above A flat would be C flat, which is enharmonically the same as B. So this triad here, D, F, A flat, and then C flat, it's the same thing as the B, D, F, A flat. Same chord. If I treated F, if we go back to the first chord here, and I treated F as the root of the chord, it would be F, a minor third above F would be A flat, a minor third above A flat, we already figured out, would be C flat, which is enharmonically the same as B, and then a minor third above C flat would be E double flat, right? Which is enharmonically the same thing as D, which is the same as this B, D, F, A flat thing. Same chord, same triad, just spelling it differently. And then finally, if I made A flat the root of the chord, we'd have A flat. Then a minor third above A flat would be C flat. And then a minor third above C flat, we already figured out, would be E double flat, which is enharmonically the same as D. And then finally, a minor third above E double flat would be what? Well, it would be G double flat, which is the same thing enharmonically as F. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Any note, because again, there's a symmetrical distance in intervals between the notes, stacked minor thirds, you can make any note be the root. Now I want to follow that up talking about how this fully diminished seven harmony, there's actually only three of them available in music. Okay, there's only three different ones enharmonically. Okay, the one I just did start on B, B, D, F, A flat, okay? And then all the different permutations depending on if you want to make D the root or F the root or A flat the root, okay? And then you can have one starting on C. So that would be C, minor third above C is E flat. A minor third above E flat would be G flat. And then a minor third above G flat would be B double flat. Okay, you have this one here, right? And you can do the same thing that we did earlier. You can make E flat the root and figure that out. Some of the notes enharmonically will change. You'll get some double flats and some strange things, but enharmonically it's the same. You can make the root of this chord G flat, do the same thing, and then finally you can make the root of the chord B double flat and see what comes out. And then finally, the only other fully diminished seven chord that you can have is one starting on C sharp, which would be, or its enharmonic equivalent, D flat, and it would be C sharp, and then a minor third above C sharp would be E, a minor third above E would be G, and then a minor third above G would be B flat, And you can do the same thing. You can have the root of this chord be C sharp. You can have the root of the chord be E, root of the chord be G, or root of the chord be B flat. So in terms of fully diminished seven triads, there's actually only 3 different ones. And that makes sense because you have, what, 12 available notes in the chromatic scale, right? And each one of these chords has 4 different notes in them. So you get 3 different versions of this harmony. And then depending on how you spell it and what you consider the root of the chord, you can move in a lot of different directions. So play around with that stuff. You can tell me what you think. Leave a comment for me. And in the next video, I think what I'm going to do is talk about how these fully diminished 7 chords can resolve. And they can resolve in a lot of different ways. Okay, that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you next time.